All right, guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of All About Life. In today's segment, we have our boy.
My name is Lee Hanma. It's a pleasure meeting you guys.
You already know. So he is a special guest, and we're going to be talking about a topic. How do you know if you're a winner or a loser? All right. So we're going to go through a lot of different steps and just ideologies that you can be able to check mark and see if you are actually a winner or if you feel like you need to improve and work on yourself to get to that point of not being a loser. All right. So for starters, we actually had a previous conversation that led up to this title. How would you define a winner?
Well, I feel like a true winner is someone that's satisfied with their achievements regardless of how other people perceive of them.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're good within yourself, then you're a winner.
Yeah, well said. So essentially, guys, when you're happy with yourself and you are enjoying your own life, okay? Because a winner is subjective and a loser is as well. He could look at one of yous and be like, you're a loser.
Trash.
You trash. You trash.
Get no buns.
You get no buns.
While you slaying in secret.
While you slaying in secret and you got exactly what you want going on, okay? So the idea of a winner and loser, we have obviously different perspectives from other individuals out there. Someone could say, if you're not making $1 million plus, you're a loser. If you don't have the baddest bitch, you're a loser. If you don't have whatever, they can come up and create whatever narrative they want. But in reality, a winner is defined based off of your perspective. What do you consider a winner? So like in the previous conversation we had, we spoke about how, one, people connect and the shift of change, because that's also something that ties in with a winner or loser, at least the perspective of one. There's a shift of a change that occurs in your life when you want something, or again, something may just happen that it triggers that difference, that change. So what would you like to touch up on that?
Well, just going back on other people and how they perceive you, I feel like people, they usually come at you because they're not satisfied within themselves. They're just insecure with themselves. So for me, I'm big in fitness space, and you'll see a guy, presenting himself, posing. His physique can be on point, but let's just say he skips leg day a lot, or his legs aren't,
Johnny Bravo.
or Frankie from One Piece.
Right?
His legs aren't up to par. People will be like, oh, but what about his legs? And it's like, his physique is good. He might not want legs like that.
He might not need them.
Exactly. But let's say everything else is on point.
Yeah.
He, his upper body is good. His legs are good. But can he fight though? It's like, this isn't about fighting. But let's say he can fight. His body's on point. He can fight. Oh, he probably gets no bitches though. Okay, let's say he can fight.
He can fight, he got the body, and he gets bitches.
Oh, he probably has no money.
He's broke. He's a brokey.
It's just something. So it's like, the best thing to do is just really focus on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, once you have everything down packed, it's like your mental state is good. It's like, you're a winner. Like, nobody can bring you down.
Nobody can, and it's so true. And also, keep in mind, guys, the concept of winner or loser, if you're on your way to achieving some goals, for example, let's say you are a 300 to 400 pounder individual and you have a goal of becoming, let's say you want to drop half your weight, or you want to body build, or whatever you have in your mind, where it's essentially a shift where you're going to go a different direction with your life as far as how you look. You're a winner. you're still achieving goals. You don't have to be at the finish line to be considered a winner, okay? Because I believe that, like as he just said, that's based off of your own perspective. Now, if you're somebody that you're 400 pounds and you want to lose the weight, but you're doing nothing to do that, you don't have no plan, no game plan.
Yeah, you designated the problem, but you're not taking an action, to get what you want. Then you're always going to be in a state of purgatory.
Which therefore you could, by definition, consider yourself a loser, right? Because you're not doing what you need to do, or what you know you need to do more so, in order to achieve the goal you want. Same thing, we had a previous conversation about getting girls. There are men that struggle, and it's okay to struggle. There's no problem, right? If you introduce something that I've never done, there's a good chance I'll struggle on it. It could be anything. You could say, hey, build something from scratch. And I might be like, well, I don't know how to do this. I've never done it before. Yeah. So
there's times where, you might approach a woman, you might get rejected.
Yeah.
You might approach a few women, you might get rejected, but you have to take that fear out of your mind.
So guys, overall, the whole concept of winning and losing is, are you good with yourself? In your journey of life, which is going to be different from everyone else's, sometimes it's very hard to compare because, like he said earlier, someone might say, oh, well, he has a nice body, but does he get bitches? If he has bitches and a nice body, he's a brokey. If he has money, bitches, and that, there will always be somebody that will criticize you in something that you're lacking. But what you're lacking may not be what you want, right? They may see you and say, oh, he's lacking in this, he's a loser. Or she's lacking in this, she's a loser. But if you don't want that, and your goals don't pertain to that mindset, then you don't have to worry about it. Because you are a winner based off of what you are accomplishing in your own life. Even if it's something that other individual cannot see. So our conversation was really deep. We're giving you guys a little summary of it. But the point is that you don't want to be stuck, and I'm going to use, for a lack of better words, the Matrix. You don't want to be stuck in a world where you want to achieve things, but you're not doing anything to get it accomplished. Anything you want out of life, you have to actually put in whatever the necessary work is, all right? And sometimes that could take years, right? You got short-term goals, you got long-term goals, but at the end of the day, if you're working towards them, you are a winner. You just got to keep on winning. All you have to do is just keep on that path, on whatever you're trying to achieve.
Well, like what you just pointed out, it might take years, to get to where you want to be at. Like for me, like I said, when it comes to this whole fitness space, I already have a projection of how I want to look like in the future. And it's not easy, with social media and body dysmorphia. You're seeing a whole bunch of fit people, and it's a lot of deception in that, but I'm not going to get into that.
There is a lot.
But again, it's going to be bumps in the road, but as I continue to grow and make changes, and people in real life, not social media, approach me and tell me how I'm doing good, to keep it up. It's like, while I can't see the changes because I look at myself every day, other people can see what I'm aiming for. And that's motivation enough for me to, keep on going like I'm doing something right.
Hell yeah. Very, very true. And thank you for sharing that. In my case, you guys probably seen me wear different body types, different hats. And, things change, right? So when we're on this subject of winners and losers, and by definition, how do you categorize them? Again, it's here. It's based off of your own perception. It's based off of how you think. Now, I will say, as I said before, if you are a person that you want something out of life, but you're not doing anything to obtain it, right? By that definition, you would be a loser because you're not doing the things that would push you in the right direction, whether it's getting women, working out and getting a better physique. And again, working out could be anything. There's so many ways to work out. There's not one fits all, okay? Same thing with eating. There's not one meal. You don't have to eat chicken breast and rice and the same bullshit, right? I mean, shit, he just had fried chicken.
Fried chicken, cake, all that.
Come on, let's be real. And then you look at him. Let's be real. So it's like he's eating his own thing. He ain't full blasting drugs. He ain't on none of that shit. Because that's what we talked about, you know, some cap in the fitness world where it's deception. You know, people are selling you a dream that, hey, you could look like me.
Mike O'Hearn is natty, man.
Mike O'Hearn, look at the guy right now. You see this guy? He is, don't try to look like him. Please, don't do it. If you're natural, please don't do it to yourself. Because then you will think you're a loser. I hope you enjoyed what you saw between me and my buddy. Unfortunately, the video did cut off at some point. So just to recap, winners and losers, okay? The way that you can identify if you are a winner is if you are going for what you want and are accomplishing the things that make you happy, okay? Now, if you are a loser, you are not doing what you know you should be doing, and that's based on your own personal goals, and are allowing time to pass by you without putting in that effort to change your life. Losers stay stuck and stagnant, and time just goes by. Things get worse. They're not going anywhere. They're not able to obtain what they truly want out of life because they're not putting in the work. You have to understand that life as a man is about putting in work. If you were a woman, your life would be different. But as a guy, you don't have that. We're different. Both sexes don't operate the same in our society. And in any society, let's be real. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching because it was a pleasure to invite another guest. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. Make sure that you leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and as always, this channel's all about you. Catch you guys on the next video.